What is happening, guys? And after I created my first video in which I established my new Ultimate Team club, please go and check that out if you can. I went into a quick online single match to see what the team would be like to play with. I've been matched against a player with similar stats, chemistry, and hopefully it should be a nice fair game. If you could leave a like and a subscription on the video and my channel as well, it would be great, and let's get into the game. His team, let's have a look at it. He's got a few bright green chemistry lines there, a lone silver left back, Ben Marshall, a Blackburn winger, a few English players like myself to go with chemistry, a couple of golds. It's not a too difficult team to beat, it's quite a fair game, and hopefully I should be able to get the better of him. Going into the game, I was feeling optimistic about the chances because they were even teams. I wasn't too disheartened by the fact he wouldn't have had like a massive OP team or anything. I played long ball over the top to Hewitt, straight from kick-off, and I shot, and it was nearly the first goal for my club already inside 2 minutes. I thought this is a good start. Whipped in the corner with Scott Parker here. Stevenson met the header, but it wasn't great. But Stevenson's not a very tall player, but it was alright and it was an encouraging start. I do think with these type of teams, it's about your FIFA ability rather than like the team that you have, because of the mismatch of chemistry and the different levels of players. I think you've got to see who's like better with those type of players. Personally, I love playing with bronze players, especially with high chemistry. I love playing like the underdog role, especially when I'm playing like a full gold team with a bronze team. That I think I have a lot of belief that I will beat the player. Stevenson came in again for another header there. It was just wide again, but it was only 8 minutes in, and we were nearly 2-0 up. We played the through ball there, 40 minutes, great run by Stevenson to stay on side, and that was the first goal of my club and my channel, so I think Stevenson deserves all the plaudits for that. It was an unbelievably well-timed run, and a great finesse to a boot, and that was 1-0, and I was feeling my club can only go from strength to strength from there. Personally, I like to get it to the point of where I can kill games off as quickly as possible, hence you can see the increased amount of attack that I'm doing. I played a through ball over the top there to Stevenson, great volley first time, his keeper managed to save it. I think if that had gone 2-0 at that point, I could have killed the game off. Probably would have even backed out if I'd have went 2-3-0 up. He hadn't even been out of his half at this point apart from on the one run. There was a big crunching tackle there from Scotty Parker, as you would expect. He whipped it in, Stevenson with the header, and again it was just wide. I was feeling a lot of confidence with this team, like the opponent wasn't causing me any danger whatsoever. As you can see here, didn't even get out of his half. Amazing through ball there from Scotty Parker, and I wasn't proud of it, but there was a tramp from Stevenson to Tom Elliott and it was 2-0. I know sweaty goals, you can't really boast off scoring them, but at the end of the day, it's dog eat dog on FIFA, and that's what you need sometimes. I had another run down here with the Peterborough left back whose name I can't pronounce, whipped the ball in, came down towards Stevenson here. He actually made a meal out of his defender there by making him fall over. Finesse shot, hit the post, should have finished it, and that could have been 3-0, and that could have been game, set and match for Palermo AC. I chose to include this next clip for the fact of this was the first touch that my keeper had, and I know in the first video where I was building my club I said I'd need to sign a new keeper, but it took 38 minutes for him to even touch the ball, and I know it's like nothing really, but as you can see Elliott's running through here, trying to stay around the keeper. Personally I think those type of things should be penalties as he's brought down. There, it's blown for half time. I'm 2-0 up, absolutely dominating the game. He hasn't had a shot on target, as you can see. I've had 9 shots, 5 on target, more possession, and overall it was going really well for my team so far, and my club as a whole, because everyone knows that every new club you like to get off with a win in your first game. Second half, there wasn't many highlights in the first part, but then here, Stevenson with a shot, deflected off the defender, came down towards Stewart. Stevenson again caused an absolute scramble. I thought that was going to be an own goal, but his keeper recovered really well, and he managed to get rid of it. I was absolutely loving Stevenson up front. For a starter bronze player, I thought everything about him was unreal, and now Tom Elliott was doing class as well, and he was the better rated player. Played a through ball there. Stevenson managed to win it back, took a shot, disappointing shot, really scrappy third goal, but it was 3-0, and I knew then that the opponent had no chance of coming back into it. Stevenson and Elliott are probably, you could name 1,000 better strike partnerships that you could get to start off with, but I think these two have really come good. And then straight off kick-off again, gets a throw in there. He didn't even get a chance to get into my half there, and he throws the ball in here. Tackled straight away, on the counter straight away. Ruthless attacking play is what I like to play when I'm on FIFA. I love to get forward and constantly attack the player, because I'm not very good at defending, to be honest. But then I've got a header, I've got a corner there, and this is possibly one of the most favourite goals I've scored. I've spoiled it a bit by saying header, but then Jake Taylor, I think it was, absolute thunderous header off the underside of the bar. I don't know what it was. I don't know whether it was because it came off the underside of the bar and went in, but I just thought, I just scored that, and I was like, that is an absolutely quality header. A thunderbolt header off the underside of the bar in to make it 4-0. The opponent's got no chance now, and I can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the game of FIFA without having to even try, really. However, I was made to rue my words a little bit off this next clip here, because he threw the ball in with Marshall to Parrish, give it to Piggott. Absolutely unbelievable strike here, hit the top of the crossbar, and I was sat there thinking, oh, maybe I can't afford to sit back, but being 4-0 up, I was like, it's probably a one-off. Munoz or Munoz, whatever his name is, couldn't really do anything there. 5'11", I don't think 6'5" would have reached that. I had a shot there, his keeper saved it, but he was also fouled in the build-up there, and this led to, when his afternoon went from bad to worse, as he went down to 10 men. 20 minutes left in the game, he was already 4-0 down. Don't think the game could get much worse. I wouldn't have blamed him if he backed out. Scott Parker on the free kick. I had a quick check to see if there was anyone who was better at taking free kicks. Hit the bar, good free kick to be fair, considering I'm not actually that good at free kicks. And then Scott Parker driven it wide when it probably should have scored. And then there wasn't many other highlights in the last 20 minutes, and then went on tried to go on one last counter attack at least, and then it was the final whistle. Overall, a really good first game for my club. Absolutely unbelievable performance. Stevenson and Elliott up front, two absolute class acts. Looking forward to playing with them in future games. I'd have liked to play against an opponent who managed to attack me more, so to see if I could see what the defenders were like. But overall, going forward, the team was really good. And as you can see by the ratings there, Stevenson, man of the match, 9.5. Even the keeper got a 6.8. And he ain't touched the ball once. So that says it all really. A nice 700 coins there for me to improve my team with as well. And I'll leave you guys to look at the match facts to see how much of a domination this match really was. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'd love you to like the video and subscribe to my channel if you can. My name's AkinfeevHD, and thank you for watching.